Hi guys, this is our project. It's called the Stoney Creek Culture Walk. It's by myself, Hao Dong, Yiming Sun, and Xinyue Li. We wish to present to you our project in the next 12 minutes. And this is our work for the past 2 weeks of this intensive. We hope you enjoy it. To start off with, I would like you guys to join us on a hike with your loved ones. This could be your family, your parents, your friends, your partner, or just your pet. To start off with, you'll be greeted with this beautiful canvas created by best local artists that is picked by the local community through online forums. What is presented is example canvas that is designed by one of our teammates, Hao Dong. After walking on the canvas, you'll be able to taste the freshest fruits and vegetables. All the fruits and vegetables you have just tasted were grown from the coolest self-sustained aquaponics system. The aquaponics system is a food production system that couples aquaculture, which is raising aquatic animals such as fish, with hydroponics, which is cultivating plants in water. After you've had enough of the performance, you can also learn about the biodiversity and culture of our place through our digital display boards, which will be placed along the Stoney Creek. Finally, after about 2 kilometers of hiking, you can end your hike with a variety of food from food trucks, local vendors, and meals made from our aquaponics garden. And hopefully by now, everybody can kind of picture a Stoney Creek cultural walk with a combination of all these elements. And it brings to our concept. We are trying to promote sustainability, biodiversity, culture, and food security with 3 interventions on a hiking track alongside the Stoney Creek River. So before my teammates present their part, I want to quickly run through our stakeholder engagement plan. So the first step is site analysis, which is to conduct concept drawings. This could be done by architects, designers, land surveyors, etc. Next step is networking. It's surveying online forums to gather ideas from local community, talking to local vendors. This is the stakeholders will be the community in this case. Third part is community engagement. So hosting an online canvas design survey to find the artists for our first intervention. Conducting questionnaires, surveys, and playing small games with local community. Online advertisement platforms, so we use Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter to advertise our concept and ideas. So the third step is stakeholder engagement. So all the stakeholders that we think that could possibly bring fun to our project, we'll try to engage them. So it'll be schools, councils, local community, and local vendors. Third, once we think our project is doable, we have enough support, we'll find an architect to draw our drawings and tender for construction. So all of our teammates are from construction management discipline. That's why we brought this up in our project. So tender for discussion, open tender to builders, and then we have to choose the builders with experience and good reputation. And lastly, we'd like to execute construction and build this project. Thank you so much.
Well, it's the time to present the details of our project. First, we have divided the whole Stoney Creek Cultural Walk into 3 sections. The first one is the Stoney Creek Community Garden, and second one is the street sign, and the third one is the Cultural Exchange Center. Now, I'm gonna describe our placemaking activities on the first location, which is on the bottom right hand corner. Our idea is to shape the central park, and it will be divided into 3 parts. The left one will be the community garden. Its first function is to provide some place for communities to grow vegetables and fruits. It's also a good way for people to hang out and relax. And its second function is to provide a habitat for animals to protect some species and increase the biodiversity. As you can see at the right, there will be a lot of Aquaponics Garden, and it will not only produce many foods like fresh vegetables, but also serve the purpose of water recycling. And at the bottom, there will be the street sign, and it will be discussed by the next teammate. In terms of edible food, in the community garden, we will place many vertical garden walls, hanging planters, and portable garden beds for people to plant their favorite vegetables and fruits. Once they are ripe, they will be transported to the third location for sale at a very low price. In addition to providing edible food, the conservation of biodiversity is also a major focus for our project. For example, in the garden, we plan to place a small pond, which will be quite beautiful and could attract some kinds of insects and frogs. An example is a spotted marsh frog, which is presented in the slide. Apart from the pond, we also plan to grow some flowers to attract insects, such as chocolate lily. Our another idea is to set up an aquaponics garden. This kind of system has its own advantages. The first one is the self-sustainability, and at the same time it could make plants grow faster and taste better. So on the same way, the food produced by aquaponics garden will be delivered to third location for cook and sell. So this is a sketch of first site with the street sign at the entrance, and then the community garden on the left. And in the garden you could grow a lot of vegetables, and it also provides some habitat for different species. And as you can see on the right part, there's a aquaponics garden. It's actually a multi-story structure, so you could grow a large number of your favorite vegetables over there.
The part 2 of the placemaking of Stoney Creek will be the street design. It will use digital placemaking and creative placemaking. The temporary event spaces are built in the following streets, and the design ideas are special design, strategic signage, lights design, sound design, and these design activities will engage with the local community and the Aboriginals. The special design of this place will use different synergies, like telling the story of this place and introducing more than 50 plants and animals. This will tell us about the regional Aboriginal cultural heritage and how Aboriginals eat and cultivate these plants and animals. The drawings on the pavement at the John streets will tell the story of this place through strategic signage. This will be finished by local artists to arouse people's awareness of nature conservation. The flower shows like chocolate to attract insects such as dragonflies, butterflies, and bees. Also, the frog, kookaburra, and possum are the species that our project wants to protect. The blue lights shows that the diagram represents the river at Stoney Creek. As for the lights design, our project will use shielded lights to minimize lights. This will protect the habitats of plants and animals, thereby increasing species diversity. The sound design in our project will use scannable QR codes, which are painted on the pavement of the street. The QR codes can be scanned, and the songs which sings by the Wurundjeri languages will be played on the phone. As the songs are played, pre-made videos of local Aboriginal dance is also played on the phone. Therefore, people can learn about unique culture and customs of Aboriginals.
The final stop of the project is the Community Plaza, where people can experience indigenous culture and art through a variety of activities and performance. There are two highlights of the creations. One of the highlights of the project is that the site is divided into 4 parts by indigenous vegetations. Another highlight of the creation was the use of recycled materials and IMFTA, a free reclaimed materials warehouse for not-for-profit arts organizations, provided us with the recycled materials needed to site the scene. As I was mentioned before, the site was divided into 4 parts, and I want to introduce the first one is the performance area. It is set up for presentation and large-scale performance. There will be a lecture on indigenous history by experts specializing in indigenous culture, as well as lectures by experts in ecology. The workshop area provides a new way of communication with the place. It is aimed to look at the exhibition and vividly introduce the indigenous culture through different themes, such as drawing, dancing, and crafting. The main stage is used to host the opening and closing ceremonies, as well as some indigenous music and dance. Since the program is held once a quarter, the performance has themes in order, like spring, summer, autumn, and winter. The fourth area is the food truck area. The native organic vegetables grown in the community park are transported to the community plaza, where they are processed on food trucks to create local specialties, such as salt and pepper calamari, salad, and different flavors of pie. People will receive a leaflet on how to cook local vegetables or fruits while enjoying the delicious. In understanding the analysis of the Stoney Creek Culture Walk, we identified 4 key themes that emerged from the project, which work together to generate a deeper unfolding of place. The 4 themes are creating place activation, developing biodiversity benefits, celebrating indigenous place, and informing future potential. And we also identified some potential barriers to the project. The first one is the project connects the 2 sites through a 1-kilometer trail, and the relevance of the scenario is perceived as a potential risk to the participants. The second one is, since the project is organized on a quarterly basis, reaching biodiversity requires continuous improvement of the local natural ecosystem, and species habitats that are not regularly maintained could be a potential barrier to biodiversity development. And thanks for watching. Bye.